If you thought Part 1 brought the heat, just wait until you see what's in store this time. From elite assassins and Black Ops revenge to intense battlefield drama and undercover chaos, these movies are built to keep your pulse racing. In this second chapter of nonstop action, we have 10 more adrenaline-pumping films where the action doesn't just entertain, it also reveals something deeper. So grab your popcorn, brace for impact, and let us know which one had your heart pounding hardest. And if you haven't already, hit that like button, drop a comment with your favorite action scene, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a beat.
Nicholas, Mystery Man, you guys send in when you can officially send anyone else?
The Gray Man.
Based on the 2009 novel by Mark Greaney, The Gray Man is directed by the Russo brothers. The film follows Sierra Six, played by Ryan Gosling, as he goes on the run after uncovering dark secrets about the people who trained him. Six is a CIA Black Ops assassin who's good at vanishing, until he finds out too much and becomes the agency's next target. The cat and mouse run zips through Prague, Bangkok, and Vienna. But what makes this thriller tick isn't just the global chase, but the brutal game between Six and Lloyd Hansen, a sadistic ex-CIA operative played with unhinged glee by Chris Evans. The film blends slick gunfights with massive set pieces, including a runaway tram shootout and a crumbling mansion finale.
Is that it?
The plot is straightforward. Stay alive, expose the truth, and rescue a kidnapped child tied to the conspiracy. Ana de Armas adds muscle and presence as a fellow agent trying to help Six survive. Fans of the action genre loved the pace and high-stakes energy. If you're craving non-stop pursuit, The Gray Man can be your next thrill ride. Based loosely on the popular video game series, Hitman stays true to the cold and calculating tone of the source material. But what gives it weight is the Agent 47's subtle emotional unraveling. In Hitman, Timothy Olyphant plays Agent 47, a genetically engineered assassin raised and trained from childhood to kill with clinical precision. His job is clean, efficient, and silent, until a mission in Russia turns into chaos and betrayal. Framed for the assassination of a political leader and hunted by Interpol, 47 must figure out who set him up and why.
And in accordance with Section 3, we're transporting an international criminal.
What criminal?
Directed by Xavier Gens, the film brings plenty of action for the audience, including gunplay, stealth kills, and stylish showdowns set against Eastern European backdrops. It offers a solid mix of sleek visuals and existential undertones. For fans of the lone wolf archetype, Hitman is a story of purpose, control, and what happens when a killer starts to question his code. Directed by Denis Villeneuve, this bleak, pulse-pounding thriller dives deep into the war on drugs, where the line between justice and vengeance fades. The film is set in Arizona, where two FBI special agents lead a raid on a Sonora cartel safehouse, finding dozens of decaying corpses hidden in the walls. Emily Blunt plays Kate Macer, an idealistic FBI agent recruited into a shadowy task force run by government operatives who don't follow any rulebook. Following the raid, Kate joins a joint task force overseen by CIA officer Matt Graver, played by Josh Brolin, and the secretive Alejandro Gillick, played by Benicio del Toro.
You will not survive here. You're not a wolf, and this is the land of wolves now.
Alejandro's character steals the film with a personal vendetta, making the mission feel less like justice and more like revenge. From a border-crossing standoff to silent night raids in cartel territory, the action here is sharp, grounded, and deeply unsettling. But what really hits is the creeping dread. Villeneuve doesn't shoot for adrenaline, he builds pressure and then lets it explode. The film is hailed as one of the decade's best thrillers with a grim, gripping, and morally complex story.
What's happened, David?
We just arrested Mike Banning, sir. He's saying we have a condition ready.
Angel Has Fallen is the third installment in the Has Fallen film series, following Olympus Has Fallen, 2013, and London Has Fallen, 2016, starring Gerard Butler, Morgan Freeman, and Jada Pinkett Smith. The plot again follows United States Secret Service agent Mike Banning. Mike has been protecting presidents for years, but in Angel Has Fallen, the trusted Secret Service agent becomes the most wanted man in America. Gerard Butler returns as Banning, this time framed for an assassination attempt on the president, played by Morgan Freeman. With the nation hunting him down, he goes underground to clear his name and expose the real threat behind the attack. The plot balances political intrigue with personal stakes as Banning questions who's pulling the strings. The action delivers exactly what fans expect: helicopter takedowns, convoy ambushes, and close quarters brawls. But what's different here is the tone. There's more grit, less glamour. Nick Nolte joins in as Banning's estranged survivalist father, injecting dark humor and emotional depth. With a storyline that feels oddly timely, fans of classic man-on-the-run thrillers will find this one close to their hearts. Guy Ritchie steps away from his usual fast-talking gangster fare and delivers something unexpectedly heartfelt in The Covenant. This isn't just a war film, it's a survival story built on loyalty, sacrifice, and the cost of brotherhood. Jake Gyllenhaal stars as U.S. Army Sergeant John Kinley, who forms a life-altering bond with his Afghan interpreter Ahmed Abdullah, played by Dar Salim. During a mission gone wrong, Kinley is severely wounded and left behind. But against all odds, Ahmed risks everything to drag him across miles of hostile terrain back to safety. When Kinley returns home, haunted and ashamed, he realizes Ahmed and his family were abandoned by the US government. The second half of the film follows Kinley's desperate mission to repay his debt.
I am going to get that man and his family out of the position that we put him in.
The action in The Covenant is tense and intimate. You will find ambushes, sniper shots, and brutal survival sequences that feel personal instead of theatrical. But the core of the film is emotional. It's about honor, not heroism. The film is praised for Ritchie's restrained direction and the emotional heft, with Gyllenhaal and Salim delivering grounded performances.
Who killed my wife? Huh? Who's the fourth guy in my house? Give me a name.
Without Remorse reintroduces Tom Clancy's novel of high-stakes black ops with a vengeance story driven by rage and betrayal. Michael B. Jordan stars as John Kelly, a Navy SEAL whose pregnant wife is murdered by Russian operatives. Left for dead, but very much alive, Kelly launches into a brutal quest for answers and payback. The first half of the film is a revenge thriller, as Kelly takes down targets one by one. The actions include a jaw-dropping prison fight scene where he drenches himself in water before taking on a hallway full of guards. But the story shifts as Kelly uncovers a much larger conspiracy, one that ties into US foreign policy and political manipulation.
Has it occurred to you that perhaps John Kelly has done something we can't?
Director Stefano Sollima keeps the tone serious and cold, with grounded action and no flashy editing. The violence feels punishing and real, fitting for a man who's lost everything. While Jordan's performance was praised for its intensity and physical commitment, Without Remorse is a solid origin story with raw emotion and relentless energy.
Thank you.
You got any?
In Haywire, former MMA fighter Gina Carano stars as the stoic but deadly Mallory Kane. Being a black ops operative, Mallory is trained to handle any mission. But when her own agency turns against her, survival becomes the only assignment. Framed and on the run, she begins a relentless journey across Europe and the US to uncover the truth and get revenge on those who double-crossed her. As she pieces together the conspiracy, Mallory uses her training and instincts to survive ambushes, track down key players, and turn the tables on the men who tried to erase her. There's no sweeping score during the fights, just the sound of fists and broken bones. Director Steven Soderbergh keeps the style cool and minimal, focusing on the tension between betrayal and revenge. Mallory isn't chasing justice, she's tracking down the people who tried to erase her. With a stacked supporting cast including Michael Fassbender, Channing Tatum, Ewan McGregor, and Michael Douglas, Haywire delivers corporate espionage with a brutal physical edge. For fans of grounded spy thrillers and no-nonsense storytelling, Haywire is an under-the-radar gem that packs a serious punch. Set in the war-torn streets of Mosul in Iraq, this powerful action drama tells the true story of the Nineveh SWAT team. It was a rogue unit of Iraqi police officers who defied orders and fought ISIS to take back their city. Mosul opens with a young soldier, Kawa, saved by the unit and recruited into their ranks. What follows is a tense, day-long journey through rubble, bullets, and uncertainty as they attempt to rescue a kidnapped relative and strike a major blow to enemy forces. Director Matthew Michael Carnahan takes a documentary-style approach with shaky, in-your-face camera work that drops you into the chaos. But what sets Mosul apart isn't the action, it's the emotional weight. These men have all lost someone. They aren't just fighting, they're mourning with every bullet they fire. The performances, especially by Suhail Dabakh and Adam Bessa, ground the film in human pain and pride. It's a story of brotherhood, honor, and rage, not just against ISIS, but against the systems that failed them. Starring Liam Neeson as a hitman, Memory is a remake of the Belgian film De Zaak Alzheimer. The film also stars Guy Pearce, Monica Bellucci, and Harold Torres. In Memory, Neeson plays Alex Lewis, a seasoned assassin diagnosed with early-onset Alzheimer's. When he's given a contract that targets a child, he refuses, and finds himself hunted by the same people who once paid him. As his condition worsens, so does the body count, and what starts as a hitman story becomes a race against time and mental decay.
Hola, mamita.
Martin Campbell directs the film with restraint, leaning more on quiet dread than explosive action. Neeson delivers one of his most somber performances in years as a man not just trying to escape danger, but trying to hold on to who he is before he disappears completely. The film works with the morality of killing, memory, and redemption. Guy Pearce plays an FBI agent closing in on Alex, but he's not the villain. Instead, both men are chasing the truth from different angles. Memory surprised fans who expected just another Neeson revenge flick. However, it's slower, more reflective, and at times, genuinely sad.
I got it!
Loud, fast, and unapologetically over the top, Six Underground is the story of 6 elite individuals from around the world who fake their deaths to form a covert vigilante team. Led by Ryan Reynolds' billionaire engineer, known only as One, their mission is to take down a ruthless dictator and spark a revolution from the shadows. Directed by Michael Bay, the plot seems simple. No rules, no limits, just action. But each member of the team has a backstory, and through them, the film tells a story of regret, justice, and rebirth. One believes the world can be changed by ghosts, people with no attachments, no fear of death. Of course, this is a Bay film, so expect explosions, dizzying drone shots, high-speed car chases through Florence, and gravity-defying stunts. But what surprises is the emotional depth that sneaks in between the mayhem. The film also stars Melanie Laurent, Manuel Garcia Rulfo, Adria Arjona, Corey Hawkins, Ben Hardy, and Dave Franco. If you're a fan of stylish action and unapologetic excess, this one has a blast for you.